Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I am gonna be running a bunch of errands today and doing a bunch of stuff, but I wanted to take a second and just record this video really quickly to address some of the types of questions that me and Sam get. I'm not here with Sam, as you can probably tell, because she's still in New York and I'm still in Houston, or she's in DC, or wherever that child be at. You know Sam's always traveling. But anyway, I just really wanted to address this. I thought, you know, maybe I can handle it on my own. I can handle this one on my own. Y'all let me know how I do. But based on the questions that we've gotten since I said that I'm gonna take the bar exam in February, and since I talked about studying, I realized that it's not very clear like what it takes to be a lawyer in the United States, like in different states. A lot of people think you just go to law school, take the bar exam, and voila, you're a lawyer. But let me tell you a secret. I know that SZA song where she's like, let me tell you a secret. I can't sing, let me stop. But basically, I'm gonna let you in on something, and it takes a lot more than that to be admitted to the bar in any state. There are lots of tests that you have to take. So stay tuned and I'll tell you all about it. So basically, yesterday, or maybe the day before yesterday, my days are getting jumbled together, I took the New York law exam, and someone asked me, they're like, why are you taking so many bar exams? And that's not the bar exam, but, so let me just start explaining. So step number one to becoming a barred attorney in any state is you have to complete undergrad. You have to get a bachelor's degree. We have some foreign students that watch our vlogs, which is why I'm saying this, because in a lot of countries, a law degree is actually like what you do in undergrad, what you do in college, but it's not like that in the United States. I wanted to clarify that you do have to have another degree before you enter law school. Doesn't matter what the degree is in. Step number two is that you need to go to an ABA accredited law school. I think the ABA lists all of their accredited law schools. I'll try to link that if I can. So yeah, you have to go to ABA accredited law school. There are steps to getting into law school, but we've done that video before. I'll link it above, so I'm not gonna, repeat what we've already addressed. But you have to go to law school, take the LSAT, all that type of stuff. So that's step number two. Step number three is that you have tests you have to take that are all a part of your bar application. So one test that you have to take is called the MPRE. It's an ethics exam, and you take it and you kind of submit your score to one state. So I submitted my score to New York, but then you can also transfer that score to another state if you're taking more than one bar exam like I am. So that's the MPRE exam. It's all about ethics. If you have a professional responsibility or an ethics required course in your law school, then you kind of will already have covered a lot of the topics. People usually take it in either their 2L or 3L year, but most commonly their 3L year. I took it in my 2L year. I kind of just wanted to get out the way. But yeah, you gotta take the MPRE. Step number four, I think I'm on. Step number four is that you have to take, Step number four is different depending on if you're in a UBE state or a non-UBE state. So a UBE state just means that the state that you're trying to take the bar in, they have adopted the uniform bar exam, and that's the bar exam that applies to every state. I think like 30 states have adopted it, so you can take the bar exam in one state and just like use that bar for a bunch of different states. That's the UBE. Some states are stubborn. Some states like California still have not adopted this UBE. Texas hasn't adopted it, but they're adopting it soon. So with those state exams, the process is a little bit different, but I'll start with UBE states first. So with the UBE state, step number four will be to take that state's law exam. So with New York, step number four is actually to take the New York law course. It's a bunch of videos that you have to watch. I think it's like 18 hours worth of videos, and you have to take quizzes and pass the quizzes as you go along. It's basically to prep you on New York specific law, since the UBE law exam is kind of, or UBE bar exam, sorry, it's kind of testing you on like what the law that applies to most places and like the majority versus minority rules. They want you to like be aware of the differences in New York specific law. So you have to take the New York law course, step number four in New York. Step number five in New York, or any state that's structured similar to this. You kind of have to look this stuff up, but I just wanted to give y'all an overview. So step number five in New York is to take the New York law exam, which you take a month after you take the New York law course. That's the test I took recently, and it was about 50 questions, and it's open book. and you have to answer like just a bunch of questions, a bunch of multiple choice questions. Step number six, keep my number in my hands. Step number 6 is to take the bar exam. But you can't just take the bar exam, you have to apply. So you have to provide them with a handwriting form. They have like this other form you have to fill out that shows that you have enough credits to even take the bar. So even to take the bar in itself, like the bar exam in itself is a whole process. Being up taking the bar, most people take the bar the summer after their 3L year. I'm doing the Pro Bono Scholars Program, so I'm taking it this February, but usually you take it the summer after your 3L year. After you do that, you're still not done. You're still not like, okay, bet, you passed the bar, you passed all these tests, you would think that now you're a lawyer. No, there's more steps. There's a whole application to actually apply to the state's bar. So there's a bar exam. There's a difference between a bar exam and being a barred attorney. Being a barred attorney means you're admitted to practice in that state. Taking the bar exam is just one of the elements you need to get to that point. So with the bar application, you have to list like every address that you've ever lived in. You have to pass character and fitness, which shows that you're a fit person to practice law. There's a bunch of other steps. Last step, or a bunch of other steps within the bar application process. And then the last step is to get sworn in, and then you're attorney. So now we go back to the non-UBE states. Non-UBE states, you can kind of skip step 4 and 5. What you do after you take the MPRE is that you don't really have a state-specific course because that's all a part of the bar. So the bar exam in these states are 3 days instead of 2 days. So UBE states is usually 2 days. There's like a multiple choice day and like an essay day. I need to fact check this, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Whereas with the other types, like with Texas, it's just a little bit different. So the bar is 3 days, and within that bar exam, you're taking you're tested on state-specific law. So you get to kind of skip a bunch of steps, but I'm assuming it takes more studying for those tests because the test is 3 days. I'm assuming it's more material. I haven't taken the Texas bar yet, or I started studying, so I'll let y'all know when I start. But that's just like my assumption. So be sure to look up wherever you want to practice. Look up whether they are a UBE state or non-UBE state. Look up if they have to do a law course. Look up like what score you need on the MPRE. There's a range, so some states require like this score, that score, whatever. So you just have to like look into those things to make sure. So I hope this covered it. I hope that this was helpful. This is what it takes to become a barred attorney in the United States and any of the states. Oh, I missed one. Another requirement to become a barred attorney in a state is that you have to complete a certain number of pro bono hours. Some states it's 50, I don't know if it's more. New York's either 40 or 50, something like that. For us, Columbia has a requirement and New York has a requirement. So I kind of get them confused, and one of them's higher than the other. But either way, this is something you also have to look up. So within your time in law school, you need to plan to do pro bono work. Me and Sam both did pro bono caravans. I was in Houston, she was in New Orleans, where we like worked with a nonprofit organization and stuff like that and gave legal services for free. The Pro Bono Scholars Program I'm doing in the spring also will like satisfy my requirements because I'll be working like 40 hours a week for like the most of the semester. So you have to look into that and make sure you have your pro bono hours ready. So after you have your pro bono hours, you've graduated law school, you've also graduated undergrad, you've taken the MPRE, you've taken like the state-specific course if you have to, you've taken the bar, you've done all these type of things. You have to get your application together, pass character and fitness. You have to have like a lawyer recommend you, things like that. There are a lot of nuances, but all that's kind of online. But that's like the basic steps to becoming a lawyer in the United States. So I hope this was helpful. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, and share, and watch out for more videos. This was just like a little bitty break from Vlogmas. I mean, this is still part of like our 12 days of Vlogmas series, but instead of doing like a traditional vlog, I kind of wanted to sit here and kind of talk to y'all and make sure that y'all are informed about how to become a lawyer, just in case that's a route you wanted to go down, or if you have a friend that is in law school and you're trying to figure out what the hell are they doing, why are they always studying for all these different tests. Now you know, they have lots of tests and lots of different requirements to become a lawyer, so just be there to support them and help them out. All right, see you next time. Bye. I I feel like y'all are gonna be wondering, like, why are you standing up in this video, Love and Hip Hop style? Kind of Love and Hip Hop, they're like, and then this happened, and blah, blah, blah. I kind of wanted to change it up. Like, what's wrong with standing up? It makes the show entertaining. That's what I was trying to do. Hopefully it worked.